What's the best way to get us back into this? Oh, I know. Here we go. Last time, y'all remember this man?
Yep.
No.
There we go. Just stare at that while I
Ew.
reintroduce this.
Hello.
Last time, the party narrowly escaped the 3rd floor of the Compulsion Loop. And today, we're gonna jump right back into it.
Loading screen.
Loading
Loading
zone.
screen.
Oh, the loading screen is so good.
I love the loading zone. So good.
As you jump through the door, you feel a familiar sensation, the feeling of moving up a floor in the loop. It's a fascinating thing to behold. It feels like your entire consciousness is stretched thin until you arrive at your next place of existence, almost like you're traveling through an entire continent's worth of space in but an instant. However, this time, it's kind of different. Because when you see yourself on the next floor, Fumi, you're entirely alone.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Why is there a wind?
Very
What is
faint.
the atmosphere like? Very faint. Cool. I feel perfectly safe doing this.
Yeah, you see the grass blades on the very thin walkway just kind of flutter in a slight wind.
Up or down? Up or down? We're going up. Cautiously up. If I look over the edge, is there anything?
More clouds, but they're softer. There's less of them. You can kind of see for not very far. It's actually rather dark here.
Okay.
This pathway you're on actually just slopes down at a perfect 90-degree, almost like it was just cut out of the terrain here.
Oh. Spooky. We're just gonna keep oh, a house. Fuck these good-looking trees.
You probably shouldn't, but
Fumi, what are your thoughts right now? I'm just curious.
For me, it's very much like, where did the people I was with go? Where are they? Am I being singled out kind of thing?
Yeah, as soon as you think that,
It just opens.
it just opens.
Can I look in the house window first?
Yeah, you can. You see a cabin sort of set up, almost like a, what's, not continental, what's the word for the type of house? Is it continental?
It might be. I get what you're saying,
It's
though.
a very simple house layout, yeah. There's, I actually do have a question about Fumi's biology. Do you have a sense of smell?
I'm gonna put this out here right now. Yes, Fumi does not have a sense of taste, though.
Okay. Then you do smell something. It's not really like anything you've smelled before, though. It's kind of gives you that sense of like it's a food smell. Soft, maybe a little bit sweet, a little bit flaky, something along those lines. You're not really sure what it is, though.
Is there anyone inside?
You don't see anyone.
I'm going to investigate the door. It's just a white space.
Yeah. And anything you do in particular?
Fumi like cautiously like reforms their arm and just kind of like waves their hand in front of the white space, like not like touching it, but like inches from it, like seeing if there's like any sort of like when they like wave their hand around it, if there's like distortion with it.
It flutters very slightly, and as your hand crosses over it, you see a little flash of green, a little flash of pink, a little flash of yellow. Oh, it reverberates with a feeling that's familiar to you. It almost seems to call out to your other party members. But it doesn't seem to be direct. It seems like you'd need to make contact with it for it to be solidified. Almost like the choice is yours, whether or not they're allowed to come through.
Okay. So we will just like press a finger to it cautiously and like see what it does, and then go off of that.
Are you trying to let anyone through in particular?
I get a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Gladiolus. If he's
Alright.
there. If that's a possibility.
It is.
Alright.
You see a face start to materialize in the entryway.
Well, we will back up.
Oh yeah, it's definitely really big, and he definitely doesn't fit.
He doesn't have the resize ability.
He doesn't fit! Oh no!
The doorway comedically grows around his form.
Gladiolus just gets his head through, and then his shoulders get stuck, and he's just stuck there.
The door comedically stretches.
Listen, I could have brought Nilq through. That was like
You could have,
Could've
but
been-
you chose
could've,
the
but-
one who didn't fit. That's okay.
I chose the one who didn't fit, and also the one that could definitely take more hits than me.
Very, very fair. Yeah, Gladiolus. You, same experience as Fumi. You expected to appear on the next floor, but, well, I guess this is the next floor. You see yourself staring out of a white expanse of nothingness, and oh hey, there's Fumi.
That is weird.
You might want to step out of the giant expanse of nothingness before it closes on you.
That's a very good idea. Quickly, he just kind of trots the rest of the way out.
The sides of the expanse of nothingness seemed to have been quivering and trying to hold themselves open, and then they just snap shut.
Kind of just looks at. So, where is everyone else?
I don't know. This door opened, and it let me bring you here.
Are you okay?
Nothing. I'm fine. I just walked up that path.
Hmm.
There's a house. I've never seen a house like that. Do you have any contact with Nilq?
Can he have? Does he have any contact with Nilq? Or is he completely shut
You-
off right now again?
You do, but it's strange. It's like... Okay, this is the best way to describe it. It's like you're contacting Nilq, and the second you get near his consciousness, it freezes. He's there, he's perfectly fine, you just...
He can sense him, but he can't finish the contact.
No, actually. It's almost like Nilq's not a presence. Nilq doesn't continue forward past the single point. If I were to put it another way, in layman's terms, you're moving forward while Nilq is still stuck exactly where he was.
It's weird. Kind of, but no.
Okay, well, at least I made a better choice than Nilq.
Yes, I don't know if he would have been able to summon me.
It was between you. Oh, wait, that could have been. Okay. Maybe I didn't make the best. Okay, whatever. You can take hits. I can't.
Is this door supposed to still be open, so?
Why don't you touch it?
Gladdy. I was just gonna carefully poke at it with his tail.
You get a similar sensation of you could just simply walk right back through it.
Feels like I could probably go back through, but...
Can I touch the door again?
Yeah.
Quickly get out of the way.
It's interesting, Fumi, you have the same sensation again. That feeling that if you truly wanted to bring anyone here, you could. But
Oh boy.
for some reason, the choice is yours.
Oh man, oh boy, big choices today. Who gave me this choice? Why me? I've never had a choice in my entire life.
If you're truly that confused, I could just answer it for you.
I don't have a little coin.
Fair enough.
I'll pull Emmyth.
He was totally gonna answer.
I know. Fumi doesn't leave dead.
I love that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's entirely possible that he answers that question and then it's like, oh, you owe me one now, so next time that you get one, you lose it immediately.
Can I try to pull Emmyth through?
Yes, you can. Emmyth, the cloudy mist of descending and ascending a floor retreats around your face and you can see clearly again.
Oh my, I quite thought I was lost for a moment. Oh, Fumi! And Gladiolus!
Hi,
Where
welcome from the
exactly-
void. Apparently I have to drag everyone through this door.
Oh? And Emmyth looks behind to notice the door. Oh, I see, there's a door.
Sounds almost like it's a thing of trust.
Very confusing.
It kind of just seems like we could ditch anyone here. If we want to ditch anyone, I don't think we do.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I should hope not, but... How strange and peculiar that you were given the choice out of all of us. I wonder if there's a particular reason for that.
I mean, I don't know how to handle choices.
Well, maybe that's exactly why, then. Perhaps the hard choices are being given to the person who doesn't know how to make hard choices.
Is it really hard if I just have to go through the tedium of bringing people through a door?
Well, one could say that it's maybe the start of the beginning.
He's not wrong.
Wow, thanks, Emmyth. The start of the beginning.
Yeah.
I love the way he said it.
You know, I could just shove you back through the door.
Oh, no need for that.
And back to our regular scheduled program.
Who should I drag through next? I guess.
Perhaps Pavouk.
I will try to drag Pavouk through.
Again, it's that same sensation as you get near it of you can drag anyone you wish, but it's up to you.
Does it have to be one at a time?
Do you want to just simply try a group?
Yeah, sure. I'll try two. I'll grab Pavouk and Sandboy. Yes.
Jump.
Djinn, Pavouk.
I literally. Oh my god. I feel like I could have just done this in one swoop.
I have a question for like mindness. Did any time pass for us?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. We entered the door, immediately went into stasis, and then didn't perceive anything until we came out.
So Fumi, you say something along the lines of like, I could have just done it all at the time, at once, right?
All at once, yeah.
On the other side.
Huh?
You know, I have to be honest. I did not expect you to bring anyone through, but well, the choice was yours after all.
Hi, Lotta.
Hello, Djinn.
Oh, Ladder, pleasure as always.
While they're distracted with Loda, can I grab Nilq?
Yes, you can.
Step out of the
This
whiteness.
fine, day? Night? What time is it, Ladder? Do you know?
Lotta looks up at the sky, looks back down at their arm where there is nothing, and just promptly says, "Oh yes, 7:23 a.m. I know it well. Why?
Bright and early in the morning. How nice.
Of course." Lotta takes a sip of something. They seem to be holding a mug of a hot drink.
Djinn kind of looks into the whiteness. Okay, so it seems everyone was in a time stasis until Fumi decided to pull us out. At which point that we were able
could have
to
just
see
left
time
you.
again. Okay, that makes sense.
My goodness. No. Good heavens, don't be alarmed. It's nothing weird. That happens in between every floor. This isn't a floor.
What? Huh?
Oh, bother. You had to go and make this difficult for me, didn't you? You know what? Lotta turns around and smiles. I think I'll just let you find out for yourselves.
Okay.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
Bye.
Djinn kind of like taps their chin looking at the thing. So it happens between every floor. Good to know. It's very strange to hear Djinn talk about something relatively complicated, given that he's kind of a dumbass.
Chip's good at math. Djinn is good at time.
Yeah.
He has his
Pavouk is
one
going to
thing.
go look at these flowers.
Can you look at the flowers, Pavouk?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the flowers. Are they well cared for?
Very. They look like a form of pink peony.
Does this place look...
The door's still there.
Oh. Should that have not gone away after you pulled all of us through?
Is that not a floor? This could be... Fumi, does this look like anything you remember?
The place where I'm from is full of ash and fire and darkness. We have no trees.
What happens if you try
Not
to
a-
pull yourself through?
I don't want to know. I don't want this to be the Water Temple mini boss.
I guess here's a better question. Does this look like any dreams you've ever had?
Nope. It reminds me of the greenhouses in the mansions that fucking... It reminds me of a greenhouse. But, like, you wouldn't put a house in a greenhouse.
Then you'd have a house.
Well, I think we've been loitering around here a bit too long and being impolite. I'm going to knock on the door with my staff.
You knock on the door with your staff. Pavouk, you have olfactory senses as well, correct?
Yeah.
It seems more reasonable that you and Emmyth would know this scent, then. You smell freshly baked bread.
Delightful.
Any response to me knocking?
None whatsoever.
Pavouk, do you smell that? It smells immaculate.
I will say, this seems to make sense. There is a, when you look closer, there's like one of those little hanging door signs around the knob. That just says, feel free to come in.
Can I touch the door again?
Yeah, you can. You feel another presence against you as you touch this door. It's faint, it's different, and then you hear a voice of, I apologize, is there something more you want out of this?
I'm just curious. It didn't go away.
No, I guess it didn't. I'd imagine that's if you want to get back to your adventure. Probably. Is that what it is? They kind of just say this out loud. Yes, okay. That's what it is, yes.
Probably you made the thing.
I was about to say,
I'm
isn't he the
going
god of
to
this
try the
place?
door handle.
The door's unlocked. Swings open, you see a pleasant little house.
Shall we, Emmyth?
After you, Pavouk.
I'm gonna walk in.
Alright, you all step inside of the house, and a nice warmth spreads throughout all of you, and you smell that freshly baked bread just that much nicer.
Look at that hyper-realistic bread.
Yeah.
Shut up, there wasn't any good pixel bread.
Ooh, this is really nice, by the way, Tali. This is so pretty.
This puts me on edge.
Just reminds me of Sanctuary.
It makes me think of.
Brown.
Oh,
my.
gosh.
It reminds me of the servants' court.
Hello.
Oh no, this is far too nice.
Is there a fire in the stove?
There is.
Can I get into the stove?
Oh my god, yeah? Yeah, you
I hope we
can.
weren't trying to be stealthy because Jean just shouted hello.
You get into the stove for me.
Hold on, are these plants brown?
There's not much color here at all, actually, as you look at it. The whole place has this feeling of a... You don't know how to put it. Actually, many of you wouldn't really know. Emmyth, maybe, of like a vignette photograph is the best way to put it.
So peculiar. Pavouk, are you familiar with the technological advancement of photography?
My home is not very technological.
Well, think of it like this. Here, look at this. And this frame on the wall, is it a picture or a painting?
It is a picture, actually,
Right.
and would you like me to describe it a little better than that?
Absolutely.
Alright. It seems to be of an individual, they have, like, very, it's like a portrait picture, like someone would take of someone, like, in the 20s or so. You know,
Yes.
classic photography. Maybe that's not the right year, I'm just tired. Anyway.
No, for sure.
Early photography,
like
yeah. Of
an early photography portrait.
Yeah, of a person, you can't really tell, very long brown curly hair, like round spectacles, and a very like flat expression.
Can I tell if it's a woman or a man?
Not really.
Okay, fair.
As with a lot of old photos.
It's got that wonky nature to it, and they're sitting on a chair, and behind them is another individual who's, again, taller. This one seems more like a woman, you're pretty sure. Very long hair, and for some reason, their eyes are blue.
Oh, well, this is actually quite peculiar, but, Pavouk, look at this, for instance, and I, show the portrait. See the refined amount of details within this portrait? This is what we would call a photo, right, from photography, and essentially how it works is a person uses a device called a camera, and what it does is that it essentially can take an image and burn its after image onto paper, and essentially takes that instant in time and emulates it, and sort of, how one could say, preserves it.
It's a painting, but faster.
Interesting.
And Well, this might seem very strange, but the photos are supposed to be void of any color, and yet that individual right there, the blue in their eyes are showing quite definitely. And to make matters even stranger, this entire room matches that of the colors of, well, a photograph. As in there being no colors, but it's strange. Look. Is the bread also in its own color?
Yes, it is. The bread has color to it.
Yeah. Pavouk, look, this bread is completely normal. I mean, it has pigment and color.
There's something else you'd notice. There's a little square of paper next to the bread.
Oh, a note. Emmyth picks it up.
And that's strange. It's completely blank.
Oh. Interesting.
Well, perhaps we are in the world of magic and mystery. Perhaps could they not have wrought color with magic? And then I'm going to try to... I don't know if these plants have anything wrong with them, but I'm going to try to greenify this plant.
You're gonna try and greenify the plant?
Yeah. Like
think about it.
revitalize or whatever.
Give me an intelligence roll. Okay, yeah, you try and revitalize the plant. There isn't really anything that happens, though.
Yeah, Pavouk, look at this paper. Is it blank for you as well?
I'll go look at the paper.
It is blank. Before you get too far into this, I do want to ask what the other three are doing.
Absolutely.
I'm at a bookshelf, right?
You are at a bookshelf, yeah, what about it?
Did the books say anything?
Yeah, they do. Let's see, what would be here? Some are novels, some are history texts, some are... there's actually one that's like a religious text. Can you give me an intelligence check for anything more?
Alright. Can Djinn read?
I don't know if Djinn can actually read. Djinn
Yeah,
Djinn read Djinn on his...
They read Djinn. Okay, they can't write. That's what it is.
Okay.
Right, they have their own writing thing. Remember?
So, put it simply... Okay, there is actually one book. It's kind of thin. You wouldn't have noticed it had you not been looking for anything in particular. Thin, weathered, really fucking old, and a slight darker brown tint to it. It seems to be on game theory for a game called 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘? 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘
I'm gonna go over to one of the smarter people. Nilq is smart in Djinn's mind. Hey, do you know what this is?
I would say it's like Djinn came over to 𝚲𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 writing on a black parchment with what seems like white ink. But that's weird. He can't understand anything that's written on this paper.
That's not a surprise.
It's just like Nilq looks up mid-writing, just like, what?
You know what this is? CeeLo?
CeeLo, has he heard of CeeLo before?
Intelligence roll.
Intelligent, here we go.
You might not have heard of 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 before, in particularly, but it does look familiar. You'd see there's a few diagrams in the book, and it's like a checkerboarded, patterned board, and the game seems to pit two opposing armies against each other.
Kind of look like chess, but not chess. Kind of look like game Emmyth, like.
Oh, okay, I'll go ask Emmyth.
Oh, when you're done with Emmyth, could you tell them I wanna talk to them?
Okay.
Thank you. Neil
Walks
goes back
over.
to writing.
sees the oven.
What's Fumi doing?
Waves.
How's the oven?
There's a low like coming, like a cat. You know how a cat will like start to growl,
Yeah.
but like it's a happy like growl coming from the oven.
So it's closer to a purr.
Yes, but Fumi can't purr, so like
All right.
is
Gene,
Fumi just
after
a cat?
yes, after saying hello, I'm gonna walk to Emmyth. Emmyth, do you know what this is?
Gene.
Hi.
Before I answer that for you, can you take a look at this paper? Is it
Okay.
blank for you?
Is it?
It is.
Yeah.
Strange.
It's gonna be me. That's gonna
I'm
be...
sorry. What exactly were you asking me about?
This.
Tali, does Emmyth know what?
Oh
Shiloh is?
god, you would definitely know what Shiloh is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All the you know them. They play that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Jello! Oh, where did you find this?
On a bookshelf.
This is fantastic. Yes, I do know what this is. This is a fantastic game about strategy and mind manipulation. It's fantastic. Ooh, this takes me back.
Sure.
Would you like to know? Would you like to know how to play?
Sure.
Here, come.
Okay.
And Emmyth walks over. Oh, and there's a board right here. Brilliant. Okay, so
How convenient.
It's actually
Almost
a
like
token
God set
you
this out for us.
you can pick it up and move it if you wish to put it anywhere.
really?
Yeah, it's a token.
I can pick it up and move it anywhere. Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh my god.
Wow, it's almost like
Bread is a
Kelly knew we
token.
were gonna do this.
I
The bread is a
definitely
token.
do.
The bread is a token.
The bread is a token, yeah.
Oh my God, bread is.
What else is a token? Let's fucking look.
So, every single piece has a different way that it is allowed to move. The white pieces go first, and the black pieces go after, and you both switch off, going turn by turn. The objective of the game is not to take out everyone's pieces or anything, but it's essentially to get your opponent's king, which is this piece, into a state called checkmate, right? So, and just so I don't have to explain the entire rules of chess.
Yeah.
So, thing that you should know, Emmyth, or Dev, I guess, Giallo is similar to chess, but there are different pieces, and they do move very differently. It's also slightly simpler than chess. But because it's simpler, the amount of things you can do are lesser, thus the strategy becomes that much more cutthroat.
Oh yeah, holy shit, that's fun. Yeah, and so then after a little bit, Emmyth finishes playing, explaining Djinn how to play, and essentially. And well, yes, that's about all the rules, and it's a very fun intellectual game that, I would play quite a lot in my early youth, growing up in the kingdom.
Gene has written down everything you said. You can't read what it says. He probably only actually got right like half of it, but
well, I would like to figure out exactly what is going on in the rest of this house, but
oh yeah, Nilq wanted to talk to you, by the way.
Ooh.
This is after like a half hour of explaining stuff.
Oh goodness. When Pavouk would offer bread to Nilq, he would just be all, no thank you, I'm okay. Also, Pavouk doesn't understand what's written on the paper either. It's really weird that he can't read it.
All these unreadable papers. What the fuck is this?
At this point, Pavouk's probably gonna notice Fumi in the
In the stove.
Are you alright there, Fumi?
Yeah.
Has anyone checked upstairs yet?
Oh, there is a staircase. Why are you walking around with just 2 loaves of bread?
Oh, do you want some bread?
I don't eat.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, Pavouk,
Well, no,
should you
food
be
seems a little bit hard to come by in this,
should
so
you be helping yourself to the bread? What if it's somebody else's? We don't know if maybe there's somebody upstairs who owns the house. I say as Pavouk is probably like eating part of the bread.
Yeah, the Pavouk's like taking a chunk of the bread off and is eating it. He's just like,
So there's something strange about this bread, Pavouk. Well, for one, it's really fucking good. But for two, it's strange. There's a tingling sensation as you eat it. Not a bad one, it's just... Oh, that would make sense. This bread is magically infused. If you had to guess, probably so that it could be edible to those made of magic.
So Fumi can eat toast.
whoever made this is quite powerful. This bread is enchanted.
This bread is enchanted.
The person who can already eat bread continues to eat all the bread.
Well, I suppose if you're just going to help yourself, let
Do you
me
want some
try
bread?
some. Yes.
Although we grab the bread token.
Here, I'll grab the bread token. Ah, thank you. Literally tosses me the slice of bread.
I just tossed you a whole loaf.
Oh my, this is quite a lot.
I want bread now.
Emmyth takes it. God, I want bread too. Bread break? I'm just kidding.
This whole part was
Dude,
to try and
I
make you
want-
guys hungry for bread, I'll be honest.
I want fresh banana nut bread now.
Alright, so Emmyth like tears off a piece and eats it. And
Yeah, similar sensation. Very good bread.
oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Whoever made this must be very good at what they do.
That's what I said. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Alright, Pavouk, you walk up the stairs and you come to a weird sensation. As your foot steps down, you feel a kind of like a connection is made between you and this area. You get a weird sensation, like you can sort of feel what the upstairs is. In a way, it's weird. There's no upstairs there, but you can feel it. It's strange.
Like as soon as I step foot on the first step, I can feel it, or
Yeah.
am I getting ominous vibes from the feeling?
No, you're getting a little bit overwhelmed by possibility. Oh, what is that sensation? I'd need an intelligence check to tell you more. You just become extraordinarily aware of where everything is in this house.
Pavouk becomes one with the house.
Morbid curiosity, and because I forgot to ask this question earlier, is this black and white not the same color as everything else, like the bread?
No, it is the same color as everything else.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Emmyth is gonna walk over to Nilq.
By
Nilq,
the time that Emmyth gets there, the paper is folded.
I was told by Djinn you wanted to speak to me.
Mm-hmm.
Emmyth is sort of like bending over down a little bit, and then at a certain point, Emmyth is just like, you know what? And he just sort of like squats down to like sort of meet you a bit more eye level because of Emmeth's height.
Nilq's like, air quote, belt kind of twitches a little bit. And he kind of like looks left, looks right, and then shows the paper slightly to Emmyth. Emmyth,
Yes, Nilq.
do you trust me?
Well, of course I do. We're friends.
kind of like gets one of those little like happy smiles, freaking like a little bit of the anime blush, over the nose, like they said the thing I like. On the paper that Nilq is showing, you can read this part.
Oh?
Will you sign this then?
Oh. Well. My royal decree would, usually dictate that I read and know all of the notes and findings, any sort of thing that I should sign, but I'm going to take a leap of faith, and I trust you. Hopefully, I did not just sign away all of my rights of royalty to you. And, Emmyth, do you have a pen?
Nilq will flip his hand that is not holding the paper, and for 5 mana, he conjures a black quill pen with his black magic.
Oh, well, lovely, thank you. Emmyth signs with his best, most immaculate cursive handwriting, his royal signature on Party B.
The moment you do, it is written in, like the other bits, white immaculate ink on this black parchment. And the moment the signature is finished, the pen in a bit of a red smoke, and the contract itself glows brightly before Nilq will hand it over to you, allowing you to read it fully.
Why? Thank you. Let's look at this. Signed away my fucking soul. Oh, interesting.
The entire time, like, Emmyth is reading that, and Nilq's tail has, unbeknownst to him, uncurled and is kind of wagging a little bit.
Cute. Oh, I see. I should hope that at least postulate 2, you should not hurt yourself ever too much in order to protect me. You are quite small, you know.
I may be small, but my dad always said I was strong. And so did Gladdy.
Gladdy and your father were both incredibly correct. You are very strong. But just be aware of your own limits, yes? And then sort of like messing with their hair, and then sort of like you know how somebody will like boop someone's nose? Emmyth does that, except it's to your horn. And it's like, we must take care of you, you know.
He kind of like realizes that instead of the nose you boop the horn, he kind of like looks behind himself finally and just like grabs his tail and wraps it around his waist. People shouldn't really, I'm not really human. Shh.
Nilq, I think everyone could tell that from the horn on your head.
I thought they would think it was an accessory. Did the leather not work?
It's working, but
The tail kind of gave it away. Crap basket.
it's all right.
Thank you, Emma.
Of course, Nilq. Would you like some bread, by the way? Quite good.
I got a bad feeling, so I'm gonna pass on bread for now.
All right. Well, should you care to have some, just ask. I'm going to go join Pavouk and the rest of this house.
Okay.
Walks over, notices Fumi in the oven. I suppose this must be very nice for you, considering your biological makeup.
Yep.
Yep.
Fucking love Fumi.
I shall leave you to your business.
I guess walk past the person you have not asked to read the note.
Oh, right, yeah. My bad. I fucking totally forgot about the note. Oopsies.
Show it to Nilq?
Nope.
You know what? Hang on. I'm just gonna rewind time real quick.
Big Daddy Crow.
Nilq, before I leave, of course, could you read this? Is it blank for you as well?
It is.
It might be like what I used on the paper I gave you. Only specific people can read it.
Oh, I see. I thought that might be the case as well. So I've been asking everybody if perhaps they can.
Yeah, Fumi.
I most certainly will. Fumi, oh, I see. I suppose this must be very natural for you, given your biological makeup.
You're actually going into it that deep, but you know, you could just say that you forgot.
I know. I just thought it'd be fucking hilarious.
It really is.
You're not wrong.
Fumi, could you please read this note for me? Is it blank for you as well?
Is it blank?
No, it's not.
Well, I can't fucking read.
It's also now in the oven and on fire.
You can hold it outside the oven. There's a window on the oven. I can write though. I just don't know what it means.
That's the thing. Okay. You do know what this says.
Oh, okay. Magic.
Yeah, magic.
Wow, the paper that only one person could read off of was magic the whole time?
Anyway.
What? No.
I will say though that it is still paper, and don't read it in the oven.
I will read it while it is outside the oven.
Alright. It says as follows. I certainly hope that you find this place comfortable, to say the least. I don't really have much of a use for it at the time, and, well, if one such as yourself is to be going through a place such as this, where death is such a high possibility, it only makes sense that you should have at least one happy memory. And it is signed L. Just the letter.
Well,
I'll
judging
just
by...
see what it says.
Yeah, hell yeah. So it was magic after all.
Yeah, no shit.
Do you think it's letter?
It could be. I don't actually know what the... I don't know what the... That's the letter L?
I mean, you said L.
Yeah, but it's magic, so I know what it means.
You look back at it, Fumi,
okay.
and you also notice something else. This is really, really fucking stupid looking, and I'm gonna describe to you exactly how it looks. There is a coin literally scotch taped to this piece of paper.
Who's gonna get out of the oven? And take the letter.
I don't know if I've ever been this disappointed with a god.
Oh?
Fumi will pull off the coin.
Oh, I see. Was it just taped there the whole time?
Yes!
How did I not notice that?
How did you not notice the weight of the paper?
Magic, I guess.
Also, why did you not have just told us that?
Because it would have cost us a lot of coin, you bitch.
She was going
You would have
to.
just removed it from the letter.
I mean, if you had to take a guess, it was set up that way so that if Fumi didn't want to say that out loud, they didn't have to.
Well, everyone, as Fumi has just stated, I suppose this is just a sort of oasis of sorts in the middle of the loop.
We're not in the middle. I don't think.
Well,
Are we halfway done?
no, Jean, we are not halfway done. Not by a long shot. But just I suppose this is just more of like a place where we can have a decent time and just relax and
Not be shot.
not die. And it seems that Letta has prepared this all.
Gene, you see, is playing a game with himself.
Wait, Wesley, he doesn't even have to move back and forth. He could just like move part of himself over in the chair.
He has to, the cloth, he's just standing here and the cloth keeps moving from one side to the other.
Jean, a hole opens in the wall for a second and a head pokes around. Oh, you missed a checkmate on e4.
Damn, this guy's good. Gene has forgotten that he's playing with himself every time he
I love him. Oh yeah, Nilq was gonna say this thing. Do you think that Letta made something like this for everyone?
Quite possible. Though I suppose it is equally quite possible that Letta just thinks that we're his favorites. Or their favorites.
Tali. You said while I was standing on this I could kind of feel everything in the house.
Yeah.
So I was like overwhelmed, and now I'm watching him through the touch thing, just do that.
Yeah, you're standing
and I'm
on
like,
this.
oh, who cares the fuck? I'm going upstairs.
You're standing on the staircase, using the staircase to see. Yeah, it's a weird magical staircase. Yeah, you walk upstairs and there's nothing. What do you want there to be, though?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Oh.
Oh.
A small grove of trees.
Okay.
A nice green field, small grove of trees. Birds chirping, small mammals, like squirrels, moving around.
Okay.
Just a little bit of home.
Yeah. You find just that. Someplace that feels like home, someplace that's not on fire. Brings back good memories.
I eat more bread. That's all I wanted to do.
So, should we go to the next floor then? Or...
Well, I mean, it's not exactly like we're in a rush or anything. We could stay here, maybe relax. It seemed like there was a bedroom and couch, and there's a fireplace. I mean, perhaps I could cook something for us all. I'm not really sure what exactly this kitchen has, but I do know a bit that I learned from the servants.
Pavouk, you do hear this conversation from your magical staircase feet. Would you like to do anything in particular to change the kitchen to give Emmyth tools? As he says that in like a very ironic timing type deal.
I'm going to fill this barrel with potatoes.
Alright.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's full of potatoes.
It's like filled to the brim with potatoes. There's potatoes like
Emmyth,
falling out of it.
Emmyth, you just hear boop, 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 as all the potatoes like hit the base of the barrel.
Full of potatoes the entire time.
And you hear wood groaning, and the top of the barrel poof, bursts off and smacks the ceiling, and you see a potato fountain.
No, there's too many! Oh, why is there potatoes everywhere?
They keep piling up and up and up as Pavouk says, not enough!
I said that's enough!
It was a trap the whole time!
Potato mimic.
Neat.
I'm done with that game though. I won. And I lost.
Oh, well, at least you're practicing. That's how you'll get better.
Emmyth, you look over at the board. There are pieces that are like in between some of the squares, so it's entirely possible that he wasn't playing correctly at all.
Oh, I see.
That or he's using the Fey rules. You don't know which.
Yeah, one of the two. Either Djinn is smarter than you thought he was, or he's just dumb.
Oh my goodness, wait, were you playing the Fey variation? I don't even play that well.
I was just playing what you explained.
Oh. Well, Djinn, you might...
Emmyth explains a game. Djinn accidentally reinvents the Fey version.
Oh my god.
That's pretty
Oh
lucky.
my God. I accidentally make a Grandmaster. Would you like, I suppose I can make us some baked potatoes?
The only baked thing I ever had was charbroiled meat and fruits.
Oh, if we had some meat, perhaps I could put it into the baked potatoes. That would be lovely. Or I could also make us some vegetables if we have it, and perhaps as a little dessert, some mixed fruits.
I imagine that as Pavouk is hearing this, cabinets just like one by one open with exactly what he says.
This one has dried meat in it up top. The vegetables are down next to the stove, and as he's mentioning fruits, the trees begin to flower and bloom into fruits.
That's
Oh
cool.
my goodness, this house is amazing. How is all of this just happening? Well, I am not going to complain, let me tell you.
Nilq just wiggles his fingers above his head. Magic.
Well, Djinn, Nilq, perhaps whilst I make us all some food, Djinn, maybe you could teach Nilq the Fey variation of cello.
I'll try.
I'm
going to do well.
I am going to enchant the entire kitchen so that anything cooked within it will become consumable for anybody, even if they're magical creatures.
Very nice.
Food.
Time to just pour food down into the
Oh, and then I'm gonna make the oven a little bit hotter to make Fumi happy.
For me, it's warm.
I'm a benevolent god.
Emmyth is gonna start cooking. You see as Emmyth, like, it's very weird. You guys have, like, never seen Emmyth like this before, but essentially Emmyth, like, starts, like, takes off the royal coat and takes off his sash and everything. And as you see, he's wearing, like, a dress shirt underneath, and you see as Emmyth starts rolling up his sleeves, and Emmyth, like, ties back his long blonde hair into, like, what appears to be a ponytail, and then just starts, like, washing potatoes and cutting vegetables. And oh my goodness, what?
Djinn's just gonna turn into a pile of sand and just watch, just like cross-legged. Well, it starts out as cross-legged, and then it just, you know, sand.
Yeah, and so Emmyth is gonna make food.
Neil, can you come back over to the Cielo game?
Yeah, he's going to set it. He's gonna pick it up and then set it on the ground. Let's see, and sit kind of like this. I saw on the way, and he's gonna play with himself.
I would like to describe something real quick to you, because you reset up the board, right?
Uh-huh.
The other side moves a piece.
That's so cool.
Okay, I feel like you win some. Oh, I love that. He's gonna continue to try to move pieces himself and win.
Roll me an intelligence check.
I believe in you, Nilq. You're a good boy.
Come on, Nilq.
Oh, you will. Can you roll
yeah.
low, buddy? It's your first time playing this one. It may be like
man, I don't know. Whatever this is, whatever is moving these pieces, at least knows what they're doing.
Nilq just kind of like.
I
looks
wonder who it is. I wonder who's playing this game with you in a place that was made by 𝚤𝚘, the god of games.
Hear me out, Wesley, because you're gonna love what he says next. Dang it, Dad. You always win these. What's that 𝚤𝚘? Let's go again.
I imagine like the pieces just like magically reset themselves.
Pretty much, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
At first he assumed it was his dad. Now he's kind of like, maybe it is 𝚤𝚘.
I'm going to take a break from collecting fruits that's gathering to use magic to make a vine from this potted plant come out and play Nilq.
Yes.
Watches Vine. This is a really cool house.
It makes me think of... Nilq goes silent.
Fumi, do you think I could... Well, I suppose you could stay in there, really. It doesn't really matter. Do you think I can also borrow the oven space? I need to put these potatoes in there. Okay then, and it just kind of opens up the oven and sticks the tray of potatoes like underneath the food.
Like sinks into the coals.
Very nice,
The closest that Fumi ever gets to taste is being part of smoke that is cooking something.
Food, yes.
I love that.
And Emmyth goes over, puts in the big potatoes. Right, Fumi, in about, 20, 25 minutes, can you, pop open the oven? And I'll know to come and take them out.
You can guess, pretty boy.
No.
Me and Nilq roll opposing intelligence check to see who wins this game.
Yeah, do it.
Ah, he's getting better
Yeah.
though. I think I'm starting to get it.
At which point I'm going to come down the stairs with an armful of fruits.
Oh, Pavouk! And you have fruits! Wonderful, thank you. Do you mind if I take those off of you? I'm going to try to prepare a mixed, oh gosh, I'm not even sure. I'm just kind of making it as I go.
I'm going to hand him all of the fruits but an apple, and no problem. Also, sorry about the potatoes.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, you sneaky bastard.
Not even going to elaborate, just going to walk away.
Just walks away.
While everyone else is in there having a jovial time, Gladio's just walking around, looking at this place, just... I assume that this is something you made, 𝚤𝚘?
You know what they say. Do you have a coin for that?
I do not have a coin, but my master did have an idea that you might like.
Oh, really now?
Yes, he wishes he could have came in person, but
What exactly would that be?
oh, let's see here. He is just gonna use his tail to carve a little design into the ground. It's a, as he called it, a red coin. Something that you could probably imbue with his power. Similar to your 𝚤𝚘 coins, but this is something that could allow someone to do something they normally shouldn't. He thought it might be fun.
𝚤𝚘 leans in very close. Oh my.
I'm sorry, what?
Just
That
looking at the
face.
coin, just like, wow. Is this... You're not joking, are you?
The master never jokes about things like this.
suppose I were to take them up on that offer, what precisely do you say? An activation of a spell or ability that one does not currently pertain to, yes?
Aye,
A red coin, yes?
a red coin.
Hmm.
As you know, he is the god of imitation.
Now, I do not really normally like changing the rules midway through, but... yes, I have seen other games use red coins before as well. It's rather a common trope, oddly enough. You wouldn't think it would be, but it is. They like to do it in this place called Italy. Anyway, that's aside the point.
And whoever said we'd be changing the rules, just make it a hidden thing that only happens every now and again. No one
True,
knows
I
that
could
these
just
didn't
simply
even exist.
feign ignorance, right, and say that they were never there to begin with. Yeah, how about this? Blue energy, kind of like a liquid, melds around the cracks in between Ludda and flows out around their hand and wraps around that red coin and duplicates it. And they hand another one to you, Gladiolus. How about you take it for a test run, and I'll judge from afar as to whether or not it's a correct addition to this place.
I can do that. Would you like me to gift one of the others, or use it myself?
I believe it's only fair that you give it to someone who's not as experienced.
I have an idea. I think they'll quite like it.
Ludda takes a step and just kind of looks out at all the, like, drifting clouds.
It's very nice.
Hmm.
Are you alright, Ludda? You seem distracted. Might be the best way to put it.
I do believe I'm always distracted, as would be the nature of such a job, yes.
Distracted in a different sense. Normally your distraction is more focused. This seems scattered.
Thoughtful, I do believe is the word.
That's the word.
Yes, I am thoughtful.
Well, if you ever need someone to talk to, you know that I'm here, and my master is always here as well.
My. You're so polite. I do have to say, I hope it's not a surprise to you, but the presentation, they wave a hand in front of their face, doesn't exactly speak for itself.
I understand that. After all, he's kind of similar if you think about it. The mask and everything.
Yes, quite. They, like, shake their head for a second. Actually, are you really that interested? They, like, kind of do a side eye towards you, Gladiolus, as to what's on a god's mind.
Of course, my first friend was actually a god. The same one who created me.
I have concern. That's all. For one particular individual. Maybe it's misplaced.
I would never say concern is misplaced. I would only ever say that it shows that you actually care for one, but what's the word I'm looking for here? It reminds me of how he is of the boy. That's why he's here in the first place.
Protective, but at a distance. Ludda smiles.
Exactly. Doesn't want to overstep lines.
Precisely. That's exactly where I'm at, which is why I'm hesitating saying anything further.
I think the most you can do is probably just breadcrumbs. Help them from afar, but not too much that they won't grow by themselves.
I do believe I've done just that.
I think you're doing a great job.
I still can't get over that. They, like, slightly look down as you say that. And shake their head quickly. Not one for bread.
The boy is very. He is a worrywart. Why do you think he hasn't even used most of his power yet?
My. I'm fully not entirely sure how much I could have made this any less imposing. It was not intended to be imposing. Although I guess, considering the prior flaw and the adaptations one might make under stress, one would assume immediately that it were a trap. That's only logical.
It is, very much so. But some of these kids are from places I can tell that aren't really the best for them.
Lutta looks very serious for a second. Yes, I know. Yes.
But with everything you're doing and the people that they are putting themselves with, it definitely feels like they are growing. And some opening up to others already.
We can only hope. It is a weird situation, I must say. I can't really crack the code. Maybe it's simply from a different perspective that I can't see it clearly, but I'm sorry, I must just be rambling. I've been wondering, how does one offer something so clearly positive, yet be trounced at every corner only to find that the one thing you hadn't even considered is the positivity? They tap their chin for a second. Different perspective, perhaps?
Glad is doing the same with, like, his tail.
They chuckle and then they just look down for a second. The stove. Should have seen it.
I'm not sure myself. There are many times when I wonder how to make something better. How to make him happy. And honestly, every time I wonder that, I see that, for him at least, he doesn't care about his own happiness. He just wants to make others happy. For the others, not a full read on them yet, but Emmyth is a good person. Pavouk. Seems like they've got a lot on their mind as well. Djinn. He is a bundle of energy. And then...
That's accurate.
And then Fumi. I feel like they are going to be the hardest one to get to open up.
Precisely.
But I don't think it's impossible. I think everything you've been doing, and that these kids have been doing, is slowly starting to wear Fumi down. It's just a matter of time. Patience.
I must be honest, it does appear that you're on a similar page as I am about this whole ordeal. Not many people come here in the right state of mind, but does not mean they have to leave here that way.
I can already tell you one thing. That child's wish, it's already changing. And I never thought I would see the day that would happen.
Well, you're only 3 floors in. Let's see where you are, 50, 60. Maybe it's a bit different again. I do keep track of these things, you know. I could look at all of their minds right now and just simply figure out what they are, but it's more fun to guess.
It is. It's more fun to watch as they grow, isn't it?
Precisely.
Oh, sounds like they're about ready to have dinner.
Well, make sure to give that to someone who you think is, well, who needs it. Use your best judgment.
I shall. Don't yourself too much, Lotta.
What was that?
Don't strain yourself too much. You may be a god, but you're still a person. That's something I always had to remind him of.
They look out into the clouds and think to themselves, yes, I suppose you're right. I believe you get the gist now, but good luck and have fun.
I shall. And thank you in advance.
They fold their arms out and, again, just kind of stand there, waiting for a moment. The door seemed to have almost appeared on its own, not of, like, their immediate volition, but of instinct or something, but they ignore it for the moment.
Before he'll go off, Gladio will kind of like walk over and do what he used to do for someone else, and just gentle paw on the back, kind of pat. Before heading back towards the building.
That, before you leave, well, while you're leaving, I'll just say out of distance, out of earshot. Letta chuckles and shakes their head. Oh my. What are we to do with them, 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘?
I feel like he just like sees an open window, sticks his head in. He's like, a little help here.
Gladdy.
Poof. Poof.
Might be a little cramped in here with Gladiolus.
It's
Oh, that's a
alright.
big guy.
I can just sit over here in the corner.
See, and then this. Nope, still lost. Dang it. So close. 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘.
Huh?
I'll try
Try
that.
to be smart. Its movements makes it more valuable in the early game.
Ah, Djinn, let's try it out. Alright.
Can I, like, give Djinn a bonus for Chess God? Because, like, I feel that Djinn deserves a bonus for Chess God.
I agree.
Accidentally great at chess. How about instead of rolling intelligence, I roll luck? That's better.
Yeah, sure, go
I
for
like
it.
that.
Djinn just
I like-
accidentally is really good.
Okay, here's Nilq. Oh my god! So close! So close!
That was a good game, but man, Djinn just narrowly comes out on top, Nilq.
Damn, that was a super intense game to anyone who actually knows the rules watching.
Meanwhile, these two have no fucking clue what's going on.
Nilq, who's like been assuming that this is super similar to chess the entire time and just winging it. It's just like,
Holy crap! Djinn, you're awesome at this!
Oh, thanks. I tried. I learned it, like, now.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Djinn, I made a friend.
Ooh. Ooh.
Emmyth is my first friend.
Yay!
All right, well, don't take too much. I wasn't able to prepare that much, but, well, I do think that this will be quite sufficient. So, if you look here, as Emmyth places down a tray with a bunch of hot, steamy food. So here we have baked potatoes that have been filled with meats and vegetables, and on the side I have some freshly cut asparagus, as well as a little favorite of mine. I wasn't able to, well, do that much, but they have a certain dish where I come from. We call them, well, sliced fries. They're quite nice, and and yeah, Emmyth places down a tray of a bunch of food over here.
Hold on. I fucking got you. I'm just going like.
Hell
going
You
at
look up with loaded baked potato.
loading baked potato.
Oh, goodness.
There you go.
Ah,
Dude!
oh my goodness.
Where is
That's
that
Oh my
pizza?
god. I definitely made a pizza for everybody.
Shut up. It's totally fries.
They could totally be fries with ketchup on it.
Yeah, totally.
Is that a croissant?
Yep, it's a croissant. Don't worry about it.
No.
It's brilliant.
I got this barrel of snake oil if you want it.
Oh, goodness.
Anyways, so everyone please enjoy.
Pavouk's just very awkwardly sitting in a chair.
Pavouk with spider body is sitting in a chair. Ooh, how is the game going? Oh my goodness.
It's really good.
This setup is quite immaculate. How did you... Never in all my years.
Because he thinks it would look better over there. Accidentally puts Nilq in check.
Neil kind of like sits there looking.
Crap, I think I'm in checkmate again.
No. It's not checkmate just yet. You do have 2 spaces you can move in.
Oh yeah.
Moves the wrong one.
Oh, well, now it's mate in 2, so...
Crap.
And
So,
this one should be
Djinn
with
is
his
playing
friend. Moves another one.
Playing Faye.
Yeah, oh, that's the first check. It seems you have nowhere else to move your queen. You're going to have to protect.
Neil instead tips the king. He forfeits.
Emmyth taps Nilq on the back of the shoulder. Good sportsmanship.
Now we can have food.
Yes, go and have food. I am going to go prepare the fruit salad.
Fumi's still in the stove.
Fumi's just straight to... Oh, Fumi, by the way, we've set the fireplace if you should like to go and join us in the living room.
I realized I was muted. I was trying to do something as Emmyth walked past the oven.
Ooh.
Oh, oops.
Fumi tries to open the oven door so it hits Emmyth in the shins.
Gremlin.
Ow.
Dex roll.
Oh man, Emmyth is
Who,
about to
for
like
me?
backflip out of the
Fight
way.
each other.
Gremlin. Ooh.
Mine from Fumi. Oh my
God.
god!
Wow.
See how you backflip over this little gremlin in the gosh damn baby
oh my
cage.
god, yeah. This is how it happens. So like I'm walking and then Fumi like pops out the oven and Emmyth just does a full front flip fucking handspring over it. Like
I'd give it a 7.
What kind of bullshit acrobatics is that?
only the kind they teach you in I can
Oh, it's my favorite place.
speak.
That's the name now.
Only the kind they teach you in the kingdom of 𝚤𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘.
I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. Your footwork was slightly off.
Well, it did catch me slightly off guard.
Yes. But it was still pretty solid.
Oh, why, thank you. I do practice. And Emmyth is going to go prepare the breadfruit into being a salad.
Breadfruit! Yeah, you chop up some delicious breadfruit. Breadfruit.
Hell yeah. And Emmyth comes back with a fruit salad. Fumi, do come and join us. I've made some quite delicious food.
Fumi pokes her head out and looks at Gladius.
Do you think he realizes I can't eat?
Well, I think he believes that this food might be magical.
The cloud slinks, like lays low across the floor, like goes behind Nilq and Djinn, and then gets into the fireplace.
Just toss Fumi's meal into the fireplace.
Emmyth walks over, takes a french fry, and holds it out to Fumi.
Fumi will take the french fry. Fumi doesn't have a mouth.
Maybe if you just kind of stick it in your smoke?
Fumi sticks it in the smoke. Nothing happens, I'm assuming.
I would say, okay, well, it was designed specifically so that if you wanted to, you could eat it. However, if you wanted to just not work for comedic purposes, I'm also alright with that.
Comedic purposes, yes.
Yeah, no, you just stick a french fry into your smoke, like, the fuck?
Fumi drops it into the fire.
Yeah, there you go. And then the mana and the fry weaves together, and it smells delectable. It's a good sensation.
Fumi gets all their nourishment from smoke. I've been in smoke for a little while now. When Fumi gets out of the fireplace next, can Fumi be 1 inch taller?
Yes, yes they can!
Emmyth just starts tossing various amounts of food one by one into the fire and letting them burn.
Fumi's like Calcifer!
You gotta feed your fire.
I'm just gonna eat some fruit and some loaded baked potato.
There's no pears.
No
Fumi
wax
probably
pear for
shouldn't
you.
eat juicy fruit anyway, because it'll just juice water. Yeah, sizzle.
Yeah, sizzle, sizzle.
Emmyth walks over after finishing food. Okay, might I have the next game? I do want to see this
You said there
immaculate
was no
skill of
pears.
Djinn.
There you go.
Ah, you sneaky son of a bitch!
Nilq refuses to sit on a chair and is sitting next to the fireplace, just nibbling on food.
Okay, Djinn, show me what you've made of.
Sand.
Oh, well, yes, I suppose that is literally what you're made of. All right.
I thought you were gonna say, "Show me what you got," and I was gonna respond, "Still sand."
I thought you were gonna start pulling out the things from your sandwich. You're like, oh, I got this and I got this.
Okay. Queen's pawn to e4.
Alright, are we rolling off?
E4!
Yeah.
Callback! Yeah, roll off, do it. And also, Djinn, get your fucking Grandmaster bonus, cause I guess.
Yeah.
I low-key hope Djinn wins again.
Oh my
What is-
god.
What is,
Oh.
by the way, the modifier?
Modifier for Grandmaster bonus, just +2, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, 2 is fine. Yeah.
He sounds good.
Oh,
Steamrolled.
Emmyth got steamrolled by a sand.
How did you even know what 𝚬𝚘𝚘𝚙𝚗 is?
You hear Djinn say something like, "And this guy dropped his backpack, so you're gonna go pick it up." And then give it back
No,
to
the
him so he can...
Sicilian variation. I don't understand.
And then, like, Djinn's logic for taking away the piece for the en passant is just like, all right, you give him back his backpack, and then he can go to school.
I am bested. How did you?
I love this.
It's mid-game variations. I don't understand.
I love the lore of Djinn wins chess by accident every time.
Well, I tip my hat to you, sir. Quite. You have bested me.
You don't have a hat. Do you want one? Takes out a random hat.
I suppose this works better then. Emmyth puts on the hat, tips it, takes it off, hands it back. Oh, thank you, good sir.
Djinn puts it back.
Nilq, would you perhaps like to play a game against me so that I can maybe gain an ounce of my confidence back?
Nilq kind of like munches on some of the food, looks confused.
But you look confident already.
Well, I was just beaten by somebody who learned the game but 45 minutes ago.
I can try.
Munch. Probably has like a few French fries like in his hands as he's like
Hell yeah.
munching them.
Djinn, would you be so kind as letting me take your place?
Oh, go ahead, do it.
Thank you kindly. Okay. Well, since I lost last game, you'll get first move.
Ooh.
Wow, okay. Just fucking about to destroy me, I guess.
He might actually win.
GG! Wow, Emmyth is trash at chess, apparently.
Nilq finally won one.
Oh,
And what Emmyth is finally starting to realize is that every person he played chess with was forced to lose because they didn't want to get punished by the king.
Nilq has like somehow taken chess rules and brought them in, and his like innocent naiveties like made it very hard to fucking make him follow the ways they won.
you this good at cello? This makes no sense.
I was like chess.
I'm-
My dad taught me chess.
Oh, I've never heard of this game before.
Chess is kind of similar. Has less pieces than this. And slightly more rules, bit more complicated.
Oh, hey. Interesting.
Mhm.
Well, I say, you have bested me, and I shall never play this game again.
One more time.
Okay, I suppose I can take one more thrashing.
First move this time.
All right. Perhaps I will open with a. I'll open with a King's Gambit. Bedoink. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Nice.
That one was confusing. I think I understand. Oh, I messed up because I used the horsey too early.
Yes, you bought into the gambit a little bit, and well, you were able to move in the variation that I thought you were going to. But that's okay. The line in theory is all just formulae. It wasn't any of my real skill, mainly just knowing that if you moved here, my best move would be to move here, and well, yes. However, if you had moved your knight to, let's say, as he picks up the piece and like moves it back to where we were when you had done that, if you moved here, I would have been done for.
Oh, so that's why Dad always said the smallest mistake can lead to the downfall of an entire pyramid.
It seems like your father was quite the intelligent man.
He is.
Well, I should hope to maybe one day meet him. Maybe he can grace me with wisdom and knowledge as well.
Nilq kind of like does a face as if like thinking really hard, and he like puts a hand to his chest, and then like looks down, then kind of like does a little pouty face.
Maybe.
This is so much fun.
This has been
really just love-
incredible.
Comfy.
It's comfy.
So comfy.
I love my fucking smoke t-shirt.
I'm just being Fumi right now because I've got a hot compress on my neck and it's helping my jaw so much.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like everyone but Fumi is with us, per se. I found a thing while on my walk, trying to figure out what to do with it.
May I see it?
Oh, what did you find, Gladiolus?
He'll reach his tail into like his neck tuft, and he will pull out the coin and kind of like hold it in the air so like everyone would be able to see it.
Ooh,
It's looks like a variation of the Ludda coin.
red.
Yes, if I understand correctly, it allows you to do something you normally wouldn't be able to.
Oh.
How did you figure that out?
Ludda kind of came in and explained it when I picked it up.
Ah, that does sound like it.
Whoa.
They decided to be nice, and as they put it, here's the freebie.
That does sound like leather.
But yes.
To hold on to it?
Oh, see, I just trying to think of whom would benefit the most right now. Currently, I think possibly Djinn, or maybe even Fumi. You are pretty competent and powerful, Pavouk, so I don't think it would be... Well, I think it would be useful to you, I think. You already are powerful.
Come to think of it, I wonder what Djinn could actually do if perhaps the limitation of his sand and gravity were taken away.
Ooh.
Maybe you could become a sand vehicle.
That also makes me...
What's a vehicle?
Like a sand carriage.
Ooh. I know what that is.
Really don't. Nice. Yes. Do it.
Fumi has had enough of this conversation. Fumi is off.
Hold on,
My
hold on,
people
hold on,
call
hold on.
me.
I have to.
Goodness. I love Fumi. Box gremlin.
What do they
Box
think?
All the loot, all the like the sloops and loops are like actual like complete rings, right?
Mhm.
So Fumi like keeps them on their arm parts of their smoke. But as well, they now have 2 rings, and Fumi fiddles with one of them. That's it.
Alright.
Gladiolus, why don't you go ahead and give the coin to Djinn?
He'll look down to Djinn and kind of like lower the coin towards him. Just
Djinn looks up. Ooh, it's red. Grabs it.
Emmyth, do you mind starting to clean up?
Why,
I
yes,
don't
of
know if
course.
anyone else will come this way, but I don't think we want to leave the house a mess.
Of course, right.
I'll see if I can get Fumi out of the fireplace. Where is Fumi?
Oh. Fumi is gone.
whose face is on the Ludda coin, or on the red coin?
I'm gonna say that Ludda. This is my first immediate thought. Ludda puts a scorpion on it.
Ah,
A
that's
red
so
scorpion.
Cool. That's so cool.
Djinn looks at the coin. Looks at Olus's tail. Looks back at the coin. Looks back at the tail. Thinks absolutely nothing of it.
Jane, didn't you also get like a really cool wand?
Oh yeah! Takes out gun.
Oh, the laser core simulacrum.
Yeah. That.
Holy cow. Are you gonna use that eventually?
Probably, yeah.
That'd be so cool. Can it like be like your bow?
Maybe. I might be able to pew.
Pavouk is checking the furnace, checking the oven for Fumi.
There's no Fumi in that oven.
I know.